Welcome to the C-420 Microbit Lab, Writing Microbit Programs, Part C. On our Microbit board, we have two push buttons that we could use in the programs, both button A and button B. Okay, let's work with push buttons. So here we're going to read button A, and we're going to get the number of presses. Put it in our variable, and we're going to display that. This is going to give us 5 seconds to do that. You need to be quick, so let's try it. And it said I did it 14 times, so good. Okay, let's do another push button program. And if we push button A, we're going to get a yes, which is a check mark. If not, we're going to use the else statement, and we're going to display no, which would be an X, while true is going to run this program continuously. And I have an X, and I push the button, I get a check mark, and I let it release it, get the X again, so it is working. So far we've been doing methods, which are standalone programs that we could run, but right now we're going to add functions, and we're going to define a function with a name and tell it what to do, and that's going to be a standalone little program. So let's try running it. And since it's a function and we haven't called it, it's not going to do anything. Okay, we defined our function, so let's paste our function and make sure that it is over there, otherwise it will be part of the other function. So let's run it and see what we get. And I've got the smile, and it should last. It's good. Okay, our smile program was not very complex, so let's add some if-else statements in there, and we are going to call happy, so we should get the happy face, and we do. So let's go ahead and change this guy to sad, and we're going to call that function that we're going to do the sad one, and let's make sure that they're both capital, because I have to make sure that we don't have any problem. So let's do a flash, and I got an error. Oops. And as I said, make sure it matches, and inside the program it was lowercase sad. The image will be uppercase, so I should have put in the lowercase. So let's try this one, and I have the sad face. Here we have a function, or actually two functions within a program, and we're going to return value and result. Let's go ahead and run it. So we should get, first one's going to be 6, and the second one's going to be 11. So let's run it again. So add 1, so we have value which is 5, and we're going to add 1, so our output value is going to be 6, and we're going to add together straight values. 5 plus 6 is 11, so we should get a 6 and an 11, which I got a minute ago. Let's double check it. So I got 6 and 11, so it's working. The values we've been working with are local, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a global. So a global variable k needs to be put in prior or just after the microbit input, and we're defining a function, and we're going to display the answer But now we are going to add our value 3 to our constant global variable 5. So we should get an 8, and we do. Okay, let's store and retrieve our global variable. So here we've assigned K's our global 5, and then we called it, and then we added 1 to it, and so we're going to add those two, and let's see what we have. Let's try that again. First variable I have is 9, and then 10. So we got 5. Global we're calling 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. And then we're going to go back, and it should be 10 because we've added another one. Try it again here. So we should get a 9 and then a 10. Good.